Democratic Congresswoman Barbara Lee of California, a member of the House Appropriations and Budget Committees, also a member of the Congressional Black Caucus, which in the past hour held its first National Day of Prayer to end poverty and income equality. We'll get to that in just a moment, Congresswoman, but let's start with where we just left off with Kelly O there. The Senate measure that would have extended unemployment benefits for 3 months. At this point, it looks like it is not going to pass the upper chamber once again. What now? What's next?
This is really a tragic moment for our country. When you look at the fact that we have, first of all, 1.7, 1.8 million people, and it's growing now, who have lost their unemployment compensation. These people want to work. It's really a shame and disgrace that we're not even giving them this bridge over troubled waters until they can find a job. What next? Here in the House, we're trying to figure out a way to bring up a bill. If the Speaker would allow it to come up, I'm sure we would have the votes to pass it. But the Speaker will not allow us to bring up a bill to extend unemployment compensation. This is an emergency. People are living on the edge. They're on the brink. And so we should do this. And as was said earlier, this is an emergency, and so the pay for us should not even be an issue. We should do this. This is the right thing to do. You know, also, it's economically prudent to do this. People will spend money if they have money to spend. Also, we would create about 200,000 more jobs if, in fact, we would extend this. So I tell you, I cannot, for the life of me, understand why people would be so mean-spirited and so cruel and be so stupid economically speaking, because this doesn't make any sense for the economy.
All of those reasons notwithstanding for a second, politically, one would think that perhaps if you would bring up the extension of the unemployment benefits, the raising of the minimum wage, those are two issues that enjoy popular support. When you ask the average American whether they support those two things, the average American says yes. One would think that there might be a number of folks who would say, you know what, let's take these off the table. Let's not even allow these two things to come up during the midterm elections. Why is that not part of the conversation? Just the political advantage that might give.
It should be, but there are those in Congress, there are probably 65 to 70 members of the Tea Party supported members who really don't want to bring up anything that would help the middle class and that would help people who are striving to become middle class, nor who really want to help the poor or low-income people. And so, you know, when you look at raising the minimum wage, when you look at extending unemployment compensation, who does this help? This helps people in the working poor. You know, the majority of people who are making minimum wage, you know, they're poor. They rely on taxpayer subsidies, food stamps, Medicaid, Section 8. And you know, I have to always remind the public that taxpayers, and a study was recently done, are supporting these big corporations who are paying minimum wage to the tune of $243 billion. So one would think that even the Tea Party would see this as an economically feasible strategy to address jobs and to lift people out of poverty, but for some reason they won't. It's really very mean-spirited, I must say, and I hope that sooner or later we'll see some breakthroughs this year. I'm very pleased that the President has said that he is going to issue executive orders when, in fact, Congress won't act. That's what needs to be done. Too many people are living on the edge.
Congresswoman Lee, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.